Greetings, everyone, once again to those who are watching on Twitch. Yeah, I just got off Twitch a few minutes ago and back on. Yeah, it's Friday, so we were having a lot of fun over there and trying to help my community, get those accolades. So we kind of stayed a long, a long stream. So, but yeah, we're here. I'm gonna not stay too long here, as I've been, having long streams, wrap up streams here. So yeah, I even forgot to put a title on this. So yeah, it'll be really short stream tonight. So I'm gonna try to talk up to 10 minutes as much as possible. But it is it is the end of week number 9. It is enhancement day for week number 10. So once again, this is another week. We'll be staying in the spring mode for one more week here, and especially for those who are in category 2, which is trying to you're fairly healthy and you're trying to take off those last stubborn pounds, those last 5 to 10 pounds. So you're in category 2. Category 3 will be, you still have a long way to go. You still have, a handful of way to go, like myself. Definitely, still, need improvement in your health, right? So we'll be staying for another week for the spring mode here. Right. Once again, this is our evolution modes, not spring or winter. Right. It's those the conditionings that we have in ourselves, built from our ancestors, built through 6-7 million years. Right. So we will be staying in the spring mode for another week, just to make sure that we have that final push and cleanse our body thoroughly as much as possible. But to those who already have hit their goals, and once again they're in category 1, they hit their health goals, they're in really in a healthy state, or we'll say in a peak state, right? We'll be adding a few more things onto your plate, right? So we won't get into that too much. We'll probably get into that in the next challenge starting in April 6th, but we'll also have a 3-day workshop here, hopefully on March 23, to go over the program, and then also we'll talk about finding your core values on day 2, and then definitely setting up a different approach of setting goals, right? So we'll be providing you the fuel that you need to definitely stay true onto this 90-day challenge, because just stating having a goal, it's easy to say, but not often achieved. Just like New Year's resolution, we definitely want to improve on our health and overall well-being, our environment. But sometimes if we don't have true intentions on what that really means, then obviously any challenges that derails us from that goal, we easily we give up, right? And if we add a lot of things on our plate at the get-go and we miss one, it's gonna be challenging to keep motivated, right? So that's why on day 3 we'll be creating that fuel that you'll need to help keep you sustained, keep you going, even through all the challenges that you may face. Because once again, we're undoing a lot of things that we've not just only done last year, but for multiple years, even decades, right? Especially when it comes to nutrition, we're trying to peel back the layers of decades upon decades of poor eating habits, poor choices, right? I'll just say, instead of using that, not nutrient dense foods, right? Not eating high dense nutrient dense foods, right? So it's not going to happen overnight, right? 90 days is definitely not enough to overcome those decades upon decades of food choices, right? So definitely, once again, important that we provide you that fuel. We provide you that mindset and help you realize what you're fighting for, right? And that's why this 3-day workshop will be very important to attend to, so that not only that you're fighting for your health. Obviously you'll be fighting for yourself, your environment, those who are very important to you. So knowing what is at stake, if any challenges comes by and derails you, at least to get back on the horse and keep riding, right? Keep going, right? So knowing that there is no off day, right? For anything that's just minor, or not gonna as they say, if it doesn't kill you, it just makes you stronger, right? So that's it for it. If it's nothing too serious, then you'll keep going, right? So that's very important that we establish that as well, and having that identity to on what your core values are will definitely filter out through the, as they say, if you guys Google it, how many decisions or choices one makes in a day, right? And they say 30 of average of 35K a day, whether it's conscious or subconscious. Our body is making decisions every second, right? To operate, to survive, to keep going, to enjoy, right? So our bodies, our minds are going through all that. And once again, if you guys were in the other videos that we did here for the last 61 days, and once again, this is a milestone for me, as I only was able to complete 60 days when I did this challenge for the first time last summer in July and August, right? So we are now over that. So today is day 61, and I'm super happy to, like I said, it was reporting to no one to keep you accountable, right? It's challenging, and that's why definitely important to raise your environment, as you're still developing yourself, trying to develop your identity, and through that be able to make wiser and better choices, right? So definitely having that environment to nurture in, and have like-minded peoples help you through what you want to achieve is gonna help sustain you as you are working on your mindset, right? So it's not gonna be happen overnight, and we are developing those good habits one day at a time, right? So that's why, once again, this program is compared to other, say, diet programs, and don't want to even linked to that. Diet is actually diet. The meaning of diets is, it's a way of life, right? Not as we know it today as a diet of losing weight, right? It's a way of life that our body is able to find its equilibrium on what we are supposed to be eating, and not what we're eating through trigger points and food that has been enhanced for us to crave it more, right? Or social impact foods, right? So it's gonna take time for us to find find rebalance here, right? Reset, reclaim our health, and through that be able to rise up and be that example what you're able to do if you commit in yourself, right? So once again, I don't want to be staying too long. I am finally hitting the wall here. Once again, if this has been helpful for you, and once again, continue to have that body talk. It's very important to help you stay engaged and reflect rather react, right? So once again, if this has been very helpful, feel free to like or give it the thumbs up. You can head over to my QR code here to get updates when I go live and anything that's happening on my end. Feel free to follow or subscribe whichever platform you are on. This is being streamed on multiple platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So feel free to follow and subscribe whichever platform you are on. And once again, hit those notification buttons to get updated right away as soon as I go live. Once again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I wish I could stay longer. It's already been almost, I think, 7 hours on my stream on Twitch, and yeah, I'm starting to fade here. So, thank you so much. As always, continue to raise your environment. Once again, very important to build habits, but at the same time, if you don't have the environment around you to nurture the habit, that mindset cultivation, then it's going to be really tough, right? Challenges and the past, your existing environment might not serve you, and may pull you back in because it's safe, it's comfortable, right? And sometimes the grass is greener on the other side, and once again, on that other side, the reason why that grass is greener is poop, right? Fertilizer. So anything, once again, anything that you're wanting to achieve and go to, it has its own challenges as well. So it's not always a rosy transition, but at the same time, it's going to be a lot better. And once you develop yourself and most importantly, develop your capacity to be more, to handle more. And once again, it makes it, there's always going to be challenge, right? So this challenge will always become bigger as you rise up, but your capacity to handle and overcome that grows with that as well. So continue to raise your environment so that you can raise yourself, and finally be the impact in your own environment, your friends, your family, your colleagues, your own community, because we don't know what people are going through, the challenges that they go through. And a simple act of kindness, a wonderful greetings or compliments can go a long way in igniting that flame in someone. Once again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I wish you all a wonderful evening, afternoon, or morning, whichever time you're logging into. And as always, just continue to have a wonderful weekend here. Take good care. I wish you all the best, and I'll catch you again tomorrow.